Welcome back again, guys, to another Shisha Saturday here. I'm here again with my friend Paolo from Italy, and we're here today in his house, actually smoking his own shisha. And as you can see here, it's beautiful. A lot of different flavors. I guess he's a bigger fan of Starbuzz than a lot of us, but you know, that just says his taste for shisha is already very, very peculiar, if I can say so. Yeah. And today we're actually smoking the Starbuzz Cocoa Jumbo and the Starbuzz Vintage Colombian Spice. So as you can see here, I actually had Paolo make the packs for this for our shishas for today. And as you can see, well, I guess it's better for you to explain how you packed the shisha.
Okay guys. So we have same brand, Starbuzz and Starbuzz Vintage. So two different lines of the same brand. The main difference is that Starbuzz is the regular one, while Starbuzz Vintage is dark leaf tobacco. So what I prefer to do is the different in packing is based on the kind of brand, but even on the kind of bowl we're using. Because for the Cocoa Jumbo we are using a silicone bowl, while for the Starbuzz Vintage we're using a clay bowl. So for the silicone and the Cocoa Jumbo I prefer to make it more fluffy, so that the heat can go all around the tobacco and it's better. While for the Starbuzz Vintage I prefer a medium dense package. So that's the main difference.
Thank you for that, Paolo. What I found here as well is, as you said, like, you know, the vintage and the normal Starbuzz line. Can you tell me, at least from your experience, what's the biggest difference between the two of them?
The biggest difference is why I like this like this, that for the vintage line, obviously the nicotine looks like higher, so it's better to start with the normal line and then switch to vintage taste both, because at the beginning vintage can be a little bit too strong.
Yeah, for beginners, right? Yeah.
The flavor is too strong at the beginning, but after you get used to the other brands, it's okay. It's really definitely worth a try. I love it, so for me it's like that. No? But the main difference is the tobacco. That is normal, regular for the standard line, and dark leaf tobacco for the vintage.
Exactly. So yeah, actually we've been smoking this for a few minutes now. I'm loving the Cocoa Jumbo here on the Nano Smoke, and on the Starbuzz Hookah unit itself, we have the Colombian Spice. So go ahead if you want to, you know, share what you think about the flavor. Please, yeah.
Actually, the Colombian Spice, I'm loving it for this kind of weather. It's rainy season like here in the Philippines now.
Yeah.
So me, I come from Italy, as you guys you're supposed to know already, watching the videos before. And it reminds me of the winter season. So you have those flavors of coffee, of a little bit of cinnamon, more winter-oriented scent flavors. While the Cocoa Jumbo, I love it for summer season because it's buko, coconut, minty, lime, so it's really fresh, refreshing, and it's great.
Yeah. Actually, with me right now, I was surprised with the Cocoa Jumbo because prior to the video, I was talking with Paolo here. He was actually telling me that the Cocoa Jumbo was his favorite, right? Yeah, his favorite. And I was like, why? I mean, it's just coconut. I've had a lot of coconuts here in the Philippines, and I couldn't understand what was, you know, special about the Cocoa Jumbo flavor of Starbuzz. But trying it right now, if you've seen, I've been smoking it for a few. Well, the whole time he was talking, I was just smoking it, and it's actually good. I mean, it's a refreshing flavor, if you can understand that. Like the flavor of the Cocoa Jumbo that's just the best word I can say for it. It's refreshing. It's like drinking coconut, basically. It's like having, you know, not the taste of Gatorade, but the feeling of Gatorade when you're drinking Gatorade, or when you just went out for a run or did some exercise and then drinking even just normal water. Sometimes it feels even better when you're tired. So this right now, this Cocoa Jumbo is just that magical for me. And before I give my notes on the Colombian Spice, if it's okay, I can just smoke it again.
Sure.
And then if you want, you can talk about the Cocoa Jumbo again and how you love it.
Actually, it's great. As you know, I don't really like when the flavors are too sweet, but the amount of sweetness is perfect for me, Cocoa Jumbo, because it's not only fruity, but there is this background of like creamy.
Yeah.
So it's something that.
I forgot to talk about. Yeah, there's a creamy consistency to it. It's not just light. Yeah.
So it's not too sweet. That maybe after like 1 hour it can make you want to change flavor. Cocoa Jumbo, you can go on all day long smoking it. You never tires.
Yeah, you don't get the in Philippines we call it like umay. When you get kind of sick with the flavor. It doesn't. You don't get that with the cocoa jumbo. Actually, even with this Colombian spice right now, if it's okay, I want to talk about the Colombian spice. It was a bit funny while you're talking about like you don't like the sweet flavors, because what I found as smoking the Colombian spice is that it's a bit sweeter than the cocoa jumbo. It's sweeter, and again, Colombian spice. I don't specifically know. I mean, I cook, but I don't know like specifically what's inside the spices of Colombia, but I can tell like there is a lot of different spices in it, along with the sweetness. Because of course, maybe if it's just all spice, maybe nobody will like it. But with that, I mean, it's a good flavor to have. I mean, again, if you're a beginner, maybe start off with something lighter like the Starbuzz, the normal line, and then upgrade to the vintage line, where you can really tell the difference. Like I've been smoking this one for a longer time than the Colombian spice, and what I found was that the transferring from the normal the cocoa jumbo to the Colombian spice, there was a bigger hit right away.
Yes.
Yeah, because like with the cocoa jumbo, it was good. I mean, it's just easy to smoke. With this one, I understand when you say, if you say like, yeah, maybe after 1 hour you might want to switch, because if it might be good at start, but then if you get too much of it, again, umay in the Philippines, you can get kind of sick with the flavor, but it's still good. Right now I'm loving it. I mean, I'm the type of person who doesn't get sick of flavors, but I understand if some people will have that feeling, and it's okay. It's fine. I mean, that everyone has their own preferences with smoking, and not just smoking, anything else in their life. But cocoa jumbo is, I mean, the Colombian spice, it's good. And right now, I know this is your favorite, but can you say which one you prefer between the two?
Actually, I'm that kind of person that goes with the seasons, not only with shisha, but with everything, perfumes and drinks and everything. So for this kind of weather, I find lovely this line of Starbuzz, like Colombian spices, like tiramisu, that we can taste some other day. I love them for this kind of weather.
Yeah, we need to try the tiramisu one day, because it's your the Italian dessert, yeah.
For the vintage line, it's the best that I tried until now. But for this kind of season, I prefer these kind of flavors.
Yeah, I understand.
When it comes to summer season, I go with refreshing ones.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. If it's summer, this is perfect.
Yeah,
this is perfect. I no doubt, the cocoa jumbo, I can imagine when it's very, very hot outside, this is a perfect shisha to smoke. And yeah, I understand, because I don't know, like I've never actually experienced seasons unlike you, so but I can kind of imagine, like, you know, being in somewhere like Italy or somewhere else, like a European country where it's cold. Yeah, a lot of spices, even with coffee, just, you know, these spice drinks, you can just feel the warmth, right? It's a very warm feeling, like how do they call it, like comfort food. Yeah, it's like comfort food in shisha form. And that's the good thing about this Colombian spice right now. Another thing we want to talk about here with the shishas that we have is, if you'd notice, this nano smoke, we're actually using a HMD. It's called a heat management device. It's called the Razor HMD, and here we have the basic setup, the foil setup. It's actually double foil we're using here, thick foils. And if you may, Paolo, can you explain to us, for beginners especially, what they should expect from both?
From both, okay. As you know, if you ever smoke once or twice in your life the hookah, the basic setup is with the aluminum foil. So that's how I started it. Yeah. But then I see all the different aluminum foil. Right now we are using Reynolds.
Sponsored.
Sponsored. Reynolds, you gotta pay us. Because it's thicker. Since I was using another kind of foil that it was really thin, I have to put 2 to 3 layers at least. But with Reynolds 1 or 2, based on the tobacco we put inside. For example, the Starbuzz don't like too much the heat. That's a trifecta of a lot of heat, you can handle it. Starbuzz not that much. Is it the same, like, no, even if it's vintage or the normal one? It's the same? Ah, okay. Yeah, well understood, yes. The reason why the vintage we pack it more dense is because it's thinner cut, so it's easier for the heat to go inside. Yeah. And especially we're using a clay bowl. So all the bowl will become hot, and will get hot also in the down lower part. Yeah. It will burn easily also down. And so about the HMD? Lately I start loving it, because when you start smoking frequently, like daily, like me,
Yeah.
you
And me.
yeah, like everyone who's in love with shisha and hookahs. With the HMD, you have the particularity of the, as it says itself, it's heat management device. So with the foil, you just put the charcoal on top, no, and you can just move it a little bit to burn everything, no, in the same way. HMD is actually a thick piece of metal, so at the beginning it will take longer to get heat, so you have to wait like 5 to 10 minutes, I think, if you don't put it on the electric stove. But then you put the charcoal inside, it will be hotter longer, and you can close it with this. Actually, it has some holes. So basically, you can adjust the amount of heat you want inside.
Yes, and right now we're not using it because it's already perfect without it. We were actually tried using it earlier, and I think that the airflow wasn't too great. Yeah, it wasn't enough, so that the charcoals were actually turning black. Yeah, before we actually could smoke it. So right now we're not using the cover, but sometimes it makes sense to use it, especially if it's windy, right?
Yeah.
If it's windy, you have the cover, and then it's the wind itself is already enough to give airflow for the charcoals. Yeah, for the charcoals, and so for because you said, like, you know, for when you were a beginner, you still stuck with the foil. Yeah, but right now, for you know, if someone was to start off their hookah journey, would you recommend them also starting with a foil, or
yes,
with a foil right away?
With the foil, because before you start using properly the HMD, you have to know a little bit of knowledge about the tobacco you're using, the count of smoke you want from it, because it's too easy to make mistakes at the beginning with the HMD, obviously. Because maybe at the beginning you don't see enough smoke, so you eat more, and at the end you burn the flavor. So
yeah, actually, I wanted to share, like, even me when I was starting off, I also started off with foils. Actually, even now, majority of the time I still use foils, because when I transition to HMD, sometimes I still fuck up. I still fail at using HMD. So, but right now with this unit, I have the Nano Smoke. I actually have to use HMDs all the time because can't put a foil on the silicone bowl here because it's already you know, built into the unit itself. So it's hard to put foils in it, but it's okay because learning to use the HMD, it's most of the time it's cleaner when you're outside. You don't you know, the how to say this, the ash it just stays in there, and then you can just throw it away somewhere else. That's actually the reason why shishas have these ashtrays that you see, because again, ashtray, it's for the ash to collect the ashes that you know, how do you say this, that fall off.
Fly everywhere, no?
Yeah, otherwise, if you especially if you smoke in your house like here, yeah, it's gonna be very, very messy.
That's actually the main reason why I bought the HMD in the first place. Because my wife, she was pissing off because of the ashes going everywhere around because we started smoking inside. So that was the main reason for the HMD. But then when I realized the potential of it, using with some kind of flavors, actually some flavors they recommend the foil. It's just a little like trifecta. They recommend the foil for they say flavor difference. I mean, I really don't feel it, but that's what they recommend.
But then again, you said like the trifecta is it likes a little bit more heat, so it makes more sense to even use a foil rather than the HMD.
And usually I put 4 coils.
Oh yeah, I mean it's even more for charcoal.
Charcoal,
and one more thing I want to add before we finish this segment off is that as you can see, we've been, you know, smoking both ways. If we can switch again, you can see, like, either way, whether you use the foil or the HMD, the smoke is still a lot, right? There's still a lot of smoke that you can get. So if you're one of those people who just, you know, smoke shisha for the smoke because you just like to see a lot of smoke like that, it doesn't really matter. As long as you master both systems, both ways, it's gonna be the same. So I mean, if you can share more again, I mean, what do you think about the smoke? It's a lot.
Smoke is really a lot, really a lot.
Smoke this.
Anyway, it's easier to control with the HMD. Since you can control the heat, it's easier, and it eats all the tobacco in the same way, being a thick piece of steel. So it's easier to get bigger smoke, because to get the same thicker smoke, you may add more charcoal.
Yeah, because the smoke is the heat is kind of contained in a small area, and it spreads out evenly. Unlike this, it goes directly through the holes with the foil, and then you have to switch out the charcoals every now and then. I get what you mean. With that. So
And another difference about our two setups today are definitely the hoses.
Oh yeah.
As you can see,
This
these
is
are Imigo silicone hose with aluminum tip.
yeah, very modern.
Yeah, very modern design.
And this one is a Shika, right?
Shika, yes.
Shika, very
Shika
traditional Typhoon, very beautiful, also cleanable. This is the most important
both
part.
Washable.
Yeah.
It's really a fundamental thing when you start smoking yourself in the house or with your
Oh,
friends. Because obviously each flavor, if you don't have a washable hose, will stick a little bit inside the hose.
Yeah.
But being washable, it's perfect. Every time it's as they're new. The main difference is that this one you can see is thinner.
Yeah.
So it's more restricted, and me, I love more restricted hoses and bicycles. It's
Oh yeah, this one is very big. So you can there's pretty much. I mean, the unit itself is the main source of the restriction, but I guess yeah, even the hoses also add to the restriction. And this one, you know, if there's no restriction with the unit we're using, there's gonna be pretty much nothing anymore.
Yeah.
And that's just lovely. Ah, just one more. I think you even have a lot more smoke than me right now. Wow. So I mean, that's just basically the whole review. I mean, we just wanted to talk about the two flavors that we have here, and you know, hopefully you guys appreciate the comments that we have, and you know, if you have other flavors that you want us to review, no problem. We can just, you know, try any other flavors, maybe hopefully available to buy in Hookah Shisha Central. But you know, that's besides the point. What I want to do now, you know, as another part of my reviews here in Shisha Saturdays is like what we did last time with the ice flavors. Can you imagine if you would mix either of these with any flavors? Do you have any thoughts?
As I was telling you last time, Cocoa Jumbo is great, but loving to smoke it in summer season, I would like a little bit of ice adding to it.
Oh yeah.
And for that, it depends what kind of mint or ice flavor you're gonna add to it. Because if you're gonna add the trifecta twice the ice extreme that we tested last time, it has to be really bitter, like probably the 5%, maximum 10%, or it will cover everything.
Yeah.
Or the Cayman Killer.
Yeah.
You know, because it's mint, but it's sweeter a little bit, so it can mix.
Yeah, I can imagine, because like again, I think that you're cheating there, because like when people talk about mixing, pretty much that's an easy way to say, like, it's always easy to mix a lot of flavors with ice or mint flavors, and I mean that's fine. I mean, I can't imagine anything else, because right now I'm just loving the Cocoa Jumbo flavor here. And if I were to say, maybe because it's coconut, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you can also mix it with some light fruit flavors, because it's like a fruit salad. Like, you know, in Philippines we have a lot of fruit salads, and I think that would go well also with the Cocoa Jumbo. I just can't picture right now what fruit would go with it. Maybe if we have a mango. I haven't tried the mango shisha yet, but I can imagine the mango coconut flavor, that would be good.
Be great.
Yeah.
With the mango ice.
Yeah. So if you want, you can smoke the Colombian spice. Yeah, and then imagine what you will mix.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, this is just lovely.
This one is kind of difficult for me, because what I love about Starbuzz is that it's not plain flavor like you get alpaca or haze or other flavors that you get, know.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Mix,
I guess it's pretty much like the flavors of Starbuzz. It's already a mix, right?
It's already
yeah,
a mix.
I get what you're saying with that.
It's really well balanced. It's complex flavor, and that's what I love about Starbuzz.
So
talking about the smoke, it's huge.
But do you think something like this can also go good with, you know, like ice or mint, or is it? Yeah, no.
I don't think so, because it's two completely different kind of flavors.
What can we? Maybe remembering the taste of the Colombian spice, maybe a simple apple, like a double apple, like would be kind of good with it.
It can be, if it's not too sweet.
Yeah. Just a bit, just like a pure flavor of apple. I can imagine, like, how do you say this? Like, I think they have it in America, like those, like an apple pie. Because an apple pie, sometimes it has like some spice to it, like some cinnamon spice to it.
Actually, we have another dessert in Italy.
Oh,
made with apple and cinnamon.
What is it called?
It's called strudel. It comes from the north of Italy, in the border with Germany.
Oh.
And I love it because my mom comes from there. So.
Oh yeah, so yeah, just imagine that. Does that also have like some kind of cinnamon spice to it?
Yeah, inside you put cinnamon. So if you put pure apple flavor,
yeah,
it can be good.
Oh, maybe instead of maybe well, if the normal double apples are just a bit too much, maybe you can have an apple head, an apple bowl, and then put that so you can get the juices of the apple and then the. Oh man, that we should try that.
We have to try it.
When you get your lounge, we should make fruit bowls. Yeah.
Sure. And we can even try the cocoa jumbo with the apple head.
Oh yeah. That's just gonna be lovely.
Be
Anyway, guys, look out for that hookah lounge in Las Piñas. We're around what time are you gonna?
Around when?
Yeah, around when?
We still don't know the exact date, but as soon as possible.
Yeah. As soon as possible, we'll have it. As soon as it opens, you guys will know. We'll have a video right away. Probably, hopefully, be the first customer there,
Sure.
and show the whole world what Paolo's Hookah Lounge will offer, especially with these beautiful flavors. Even for what I want to say is like it's his personal collection. So right away, knowing from the person's personal collection, you can already tell his taste for hookah again is already top notch. So you know that his lounge is gonna have good flavors, good shisha, good hookahs, and I want to go there right now, even if it's not yet open. So
hopefully soon.
Yeah.
So we will be waiting for you in Las Piñas when you will want to see us recording.
Yes. Whew. So I guess that's pretty much the whole video. We don't have much to talk about else aside from these flavors. Maybe sometime we can have some new units coming in and review them as well to again see the difference between different units. I don't want to try the same flavor because I want to have different flavors again, but hopefully we have different units again in the future, especially in his lounge. We can try and review them as well. And yeah, if you guys liked the video, just click the thumbs up button down below. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, please do, because we got a lot of shisha videos that are coming to you right away every Saturday actually. And comment below again what flavors, what units you want us to try. If you guys are thinking about buying something, at least we can help you out with those thoughts. And of course, please share it to all of your beautiful friends, because I know you're beautiful and your friends are also going to be beautiful. And it's not just women, it's just everyone. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys on the next Shisha Saturdays. Bye-bye.
Bye guys.
Yes, I know you like the Shisha Saturday videos, but just remember I also have videos every Tuesday, Fridays. And Tuesdays are for my Tuesday thoughts. I mainly talk about law school stuff because I am a law student. And I share about tips and what to do for law school and deciding to go to law school, or what you do when you're there already. And Fridays are for food trips. I call it Food Trip Fridays, and I hope you guys check it out. Also, I just review different restaurants, or maybe some food that I cook myself, or anything else. Or if my friends, if ever they cook for me, I gladly review it, because it's just awesome to share food with everyone. And I hope to see you guys again on the next video.
Bye guys.
Bye bye.